Everybody. Today I wanted to talk to you. I just got done with a business coaching session with the Metamorphosis creator, Meta Muller, and she's a metamorphosis coach. She helps women who are starting their own businesses, who are into their own spirituality, who are all about their purpose in life, and it was mind-blowing. And part of that coaching session brought to mind some things I need to do as far as some inner work. And one of the biggest inner work things I need to do and work on is my doubts and my own self-worth. Making sure I understand that I'm worth, and what I have to offer is worth so much money or so much time or so much, investment. And I thought this was a great opportunity to, because of some of the things I'm going to do for this, I thought this was a great opportunity to show you a couple of things. One of my altars, and two, some crystal gridding, because I love crystal grids. I do a lot of crystal grid work with Reiki and with crystal healing and even with crystal essences. And if you've been to my blog and if you've looked a little bit about me, I am certified for ethereal crystals. So I thought I'd show you some stuff that I do with that. I'm going to move the camera, and it's going to look a little wonky for a minute, but you'll just have to work with me for a minute. Here is one of my altars. This is actually a chair that my great uncle made for me when I was small enough to sit in this chair, and this chair is quite tiny. I don't know if you can, there's a little jewelry box, so you can see how tiny this chair is. And it has my name on it, December, and it's all engraved. I mean, that's in the wood. And this is an altar that I use if I have to do anything for myself or if I'm doing something for my ancestors, because this was made by a family member and it just has a lot of family elements to it. But since I'm working on myself, I did a crystal grid. This is just some lace fabric, and I thought it was beautiful, so I like to work with it. And I don't know if you can actually see the crystal grid all that well. These, I don't know if you can tell. Here, maybe you can see it better like that. These are quartz crystal points. And they're little. This is a very small crystal grid. And I'm going to tell you about why I chose each stone. This is a citrine point. You can see the yellow gold right there. And I chose the citrine because it's a merchant stone, therefore it's for business. This whole coaching thing was about my business. And it's also a stone of personal clarity and eliminating self-destructive tendencies. So that's why it's there. Because I could definitely use some mental clarity and some non-self-destructive tendencies. This is a green aventurine, and I'm not sure if you can even see the color all that well. It's a very clear green. And the aventurine's there for decisiveness, perseverance, and stimulating perception and creativity. Here's some rose quartz, and the rose quartz mostly is there for some self-love. And it's also there for accepting necessary change and for accepting self-acceptance and self-worth. And then the center stone is sodalite, and I don't even know if you can tell the coloring. It looks black on there, but it's actually very blue. It's a very dark blue. And the sodalite is in the center and important because it's for self-acceptance, for self-trust, for release of old mindsets, and putting new thought processes and through new insights into practice. And I've definitely gotten a lot of new insights from Meta. And right here is my wand, my crystal wand. It's just a quartz crystal point. And I'm going to set the computer up here now and show you how to start the grid. And so, before I start doing the grid, my camera's all wonky now. I'm going to tell you that I did hold each stone, and I focused on the properties of it that I really needed for this grid. And I asked that it help me with that. And I also, since I am attuned to ethereal crystals, I put the ethereal crystal vibration of each stone into the physical stone. So, I'm going to show you how I charge a grid now. Okay. To charge a grid, I start from the center stone, and I don't touch it with the crystal wand, I just over it. And then I go down. I go to the stone I feel is calling to me next, and that could be the bottom, it could be in any direction, it's whatever, it's just whichever one's calling to me. I'm going to go to the citrine. I'm going to go to the green aventurine. So to charge your grid, you're just going to connect the outer stones with the inner stones, and I'm even going to connect the quartz. It's almost like you drew a star. And then I'm going to leave, and I'm just going to put this right out here. I'm going to leave this here for really just as long as I feel comfortable with it. I don't have a set time period. Most of the time I usually do have a set time period. Tonight's the full moon. I'm going to probably be revisiting this with some meditation and affirmations. Probably from here to the next full moon, and then I'll consider working with it from there. So I hope, one, this kind of gave you some insight of what one of my altars looks like. This is just one of my many altars. I have a household full of altars. And two, I did some crystal gridding. I'm probably going to add some Reiki to it, but mostly I just did some ethereal crystals. And this is going to help me with the self-worth inner work that I need to do that Meta pointed out. And I'm probably going to tell you all a bit more on my blog about my experience with the business coaching with Meta. And I hope you enjoyed this little peek into my life. I hope you all have a great night. Blessed be.